What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We've gotten quite a few messages asking how we've met.
Lots of them.
Lots of them. So we're just gonna make the video and get straight into it. So in 2020, TikTok came out. This was peak COVID. I made my first TikTok. Me and Karina did a TikTok dance, and
A Justin Bieber song.
yeah, Justin Bieber song. It went a little bit viral in Brazil, randomly. I don't know why. And that's when you found it. You found
Yes. I saved a video to make the dance actually, and I start to follow them like Joey and Karina.
it?
Yes, and I thought they were a couple actually, but I started to follow anyways because I thought they were talented. So I was like, oh, I follow them, and then they start to post more, and I saw comments saying like my favorite sibling duo or something. I was like, oh, so they're siblings. That's good. I can have a crush on him and it's allowed. So yes, and I start to look at him like, he's so cute.
At this point, we followed each other on Instagram, and we would talk like periodically, like a little bit, like nothing crazy, like couple flirty messages here and there, but it'd be like not consistently, right?
Yeah, not
No, but
consistently.
like, should we pull up the DMs?
But lots of them.
Let's pull
Yes,
it
I
up.
think we should.
May 6th, 2020 is the first
2020.
message, and it looks like I sent the first DM. Of course.
We were like discussing who make the first move
I was pretty sure it was me, but
because I was always flirting.
no, look, guys, I made the first DM. We'll put it on the screen so you guys can see it correctly.
Yeah.
At this point, guys, I never knew anybody from South America. I'd never met anybody from Brazil, Mexico, anybody.
Do you think we could match? We could meet?
No, I had zero. Like, I always thought she was attractive. I thought you were beautiful, and
Yeah.
but I was like, she's in South America. I'm in U.S. Like, I'm never gonna go there. I'm never gonna meet her. So I never really thought much of it. I just thought you were beautiful. That's it.
What is that Bible verse that say? What a man with a small faith or something like that.
Oh my god.
Because for me, I'm only a flight away from everywhere. So not like planning anything, but not impossible to me. You understand?
It was. I understand. It was pretty impossible for me just because I'd never been really outside of the U.S. Outside like Canada and the Bahamas maybe, and I'm so anti long distance that the thought of that was just like a no for me. I didn't even think we'd ever meet, so I just didn't really think much of it. But I knew she was beautiful, obviously.
And now his girlfriend is from Brazil. What about the long distance?
Yeah, I know, huh? God's got a sense of humor. That's 1,000% a fact. You know that. I said I'll never do long distance, and then here we are. So fast forward 3 years now. She hit me up and said she's gonna be in LA, and I'm like, perfect. That's awesome. We'll show her around. She wanted to see the city. We'll make some videos together since we both do social media. Be a great time. Be awesome. At this point, like, I wasn't really thinking anything of it still because she still lived in Brazil. I was like, oh, she'll be here. We'll show her around and she'll go back. Like, no big deal. Also, the day she hit me up and got to LA, it was my birthday. Okay, so that's just coincidence. That was not planned. But I gave her my address to meet us at our apartment, and we were gonna film some videos and kind of make a plan for the day. And she hit me up when she was there. So I'm walking down my apartment to go get her and let her in. And at this point still, I'm not thinking anything romantic because she's from Brazil, I'm from here, and blah, blah, blah. I walked down the corner, guys, and it was literally like one of those moments. It was like slow motion. Like, it was the closest thing to love at first sight that I've ever seen, and I'm not an exaggerator. I literally turned the corner, and I'll never forget it. She was wearing these like light gray striped pants, high-waisted with a dark gray crop top, and she was at the parking meter looking so confused and so cute. She's like, could you help me? And I was just like,
Could you be the love of my life?
I was
Okay.
literally like, this was, you guys, my jaw hit. I knew she was beautiful, but in person, I was literally like, I have never been that. And of course, I didn't show it. I was smooth as a cucumber. But in the inside, I was like, oh my gosh, this girl's my wife. Like, I knew within 2 seconds of seeing you that I wanted to pursue her. So guys, so ladies, this is a message for the girls. Don't let guys tell you that they don't know. I'm not really sure, because we know within 2 seconds if we want to date you or not. I knew. I turned the corner and saw her literally for 2 seconds. It felt like 10 minutes, but I knew her and I knew I wanted to date her right at that moment. So don't let guys play you. They don't know what they're talking about. In 2 seconds, we know if they want to date you.
I'm gonna kiss you.
So that's how I was feeling when I first saw her. Raph, what were you thinking?
I was definitely not planning to make any move because I didn't know if you like had someone or something like that. I was like, okay, they look like really nice people, and I want to be their friends. Like Karina is really nice, Joe is really nice, but we never like had like deep conversations about life. So I didn't know like about like his life. So I was like, okay, let's just hang out and be friends. But of course, I was like, oh my god, he's so cute. Am I delulu? Oh,
Am I deluded?
he has a crush on me. Cause like at this point, you're like,
Did you know? Did you think? Because I feel like I was playing it pretty cool. Like I was not giving you that much. Like obviously, I wanted you to not think it was a friend thing. Obviously, so I was being flirtatious, but I was not over the top.
no, you're honestly until you hugged me at the pier, I was like, I don't know, let's just hang out. We are having so much fun. Do you remember that
Yeah.
day? Was really nice.
It was a really fun day.
Yes, we made lots of videos together dancing. They
We taught her
gave
some.
me a tour at the pier.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was really fun. And we were at the pier filming, and then we stopped like to check one of the videos,
Yeah.
and then he
She was
hugged
cold.
me.
She was cold.
I was cold.
And I was like, this is my chance to make a little move. So I was like, hit her with the over the top.
Yes.
I was standing behind her, and that's kind of the first.
Yes, he put like his arms around me. I was like, has a crush on me.
Yes, because here's the thing though, is because this is the whole day. It was me, Rapha, and Karina, so we're all
Yeah.
together and we're making videos and we're having a great time. So I didn't want to make Karina uncomfortable. This is kind of like, but I wanted to make it clear to her like, you're not just my friend. Like this is not that, and I was being really clear that
Yes, for me it was okay. Like, okay,
This is
we're
more than
just
that.
friends. Yeah, but like
But I
at
also
that
didn't want to
point,
be
I was
over
like,
the top.
okay, maybe. I think because we touch hands
Yeah.
when you hug me or something like that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I was like, okay, let's see. And then we walked at the pier. We filmed. You guys are recognized. We had Mexican food, and then we went to church. It was so
Yes.
fun.
So also, guys, on top of it being my birthday, it was Good Friday. So we had Easter that weekend. So we took her the day we met. We did all this, and then we went to church together. It was really special. And then on the way back after church, Karina's like, "Hey, you should come over. We should have a Mario Kart game night and just celebrate Joey's birthday." So it was literally the three of us. All this happened the first day that we met.
Yes.
So that's where we're at right now.
Celebrate your birthday. We bought you a fudge cake.
They bought me a fudge cake, yes.
Yes.
All kinds of desserts, ice cream. We played Mario Kart for a little bit, which is like my favorite game if anybody knows me. So we just finished playing Mario Kart, and now we're like, okay, let's watch a movie. So we went to Netflix, we found a romantic comedy. I knew at this point I was gonna kiss her and make the official move. I grabbed her and like pulled you close to me, and we were like cuddling on the couch. But still at this point, Karina was in the room watching the movie with us, so I knew I had to wait for the right time. Okay, what were you thinking at this time?
I was like, oh my god. But it was nice because at the point I was like, okay, anytime something's gonna happen, like we're gonna kiss or at least like hold hands.
Yeah.
But I was like, just let him to make the first move.
Okay, and about halfway through, Karina went to the bathroom, and I was like, okay, obviously this is my moment. So I grabbed her and I kissed her on the forehead, and then turned her cheek towards me, and then kissed her for real. And that's when our first kiss happened. And
the first day that we met.
the first day that we met, yes. I know one of the questions they're gonna ask in the comments: was I a good kisser?
In my head was like, oh my god, I hope he's a good kisser, because it matters.
It does
Let's
matter.
be honest, it matters.
It matters.
And yes, I just
Obviously,
say
that's.
that.
I'm just kidding. So that is the story of how we met. From then on, we were spending a lot of time when she was in LA. She went back to Brazil for a little bit and then came back a couple weeks later. We just continued to date, continue to make videos. Here's some things on the screen of some videos we were making through the time. And then we started traveling together. We
got to know each other.
got to know each other more and more. And then I asked her to be my girlfriend on August 2nd.
Seattle?
In Seattle, when she came to my sister's wedding. That was an amazing day that I also wish was a YouTube video, but we know now. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any more questions about how we met or our relationship, put them down in the comments below, and we'll be happy to make another video or answer them in the comments. Have a great day. We'll see you guys later.